Hello, good morning, Monday the 4th of January. Back into routine. Hello, and how are you doing on this really dark, cold winter's morning? Did anyone have trouble getting up today? I absolutely did, but I'm up, I'm at it, and I'm here, but I didn't manage to get my hair done. I was going to get up early today, do my hair, feel really nice, but I thought we're going to work so hard anyway, why would I bother before the session? Right, let me say hello to a couple of you. So morning, Jane, first of all. Morning, Jane. And morning, anyone else that might be jogging on later and doing the session later on. Good morning to you. Hello to some of you that thought you were going to get up for the 8 o'clock session but haven't quite made it. I get you, don't worry. If I didn't have to be here, I wonder if I would actually be coming down at this time. So, morning, and Caroline. Oh, lovely. Morning, Caroline and James so far, just the two of you. Nice little private session. Hi, ladies. Right, just give me one more minute. Oh, that's you, Caroline. Lovely. I'm just going to take the socks off. So, morning also to anyone that might be on YouTube. Leave me any comments. I shall pop over periodically and have a check, see what's going on. So yeah, we are going to be working hard. I think some of us have got several mince pies to work off. So it's all been wonderful. Did you all manage to get rid of it? I think today would have been the day that people say, right, from today, I'm going to start blah, blah, blah. All your New Year's resolutions, lots of people doing try January. I'm going to give that a go. I've really cut down my drinking anyway, so I'm excited about that. It should be a doddle. Yeah, I think it's just us. See what I mean? I was right. People, it's tough. This time of the year is tough. And it's a bit earlier. Oh, morning, Val. Good morning. Let me pop back to the group with Jane there. Yeah, morning, Val. And then morning, Anne, Caroline, lots of the regulars. And let's get ourselves started. What's that doing that? So you can just start by getting yourself in position if you want. Well, I put the phone back. Seems to have frozen. We've not frozen, have we? Ah, morning, Christine. Lovely to see you too, and Happy New Year. Yeah, that's frozen, never mind. Let's get started. I'll have a look at that again in a minute. I know I haven't frozen. Here we are. Oh, Justin. So either Justin or Zoe might be doing this morning too. Fabulous. Right, well, I'm going to take my top off and we are going to get warmed up. Very well warmed up. I'm going to work hard and we're going to feel amazing after, and then I'm going to do my tax return. Yay! Right, lovely. Let's find ourselves with feet in neutral position. All I've got today, by the way, is just the ball. So feet in neutral position. Lengthen up. Imagine you're being pulled up by a piece of string and roll your shoulders back and down. Then tilt your pelvis forward and back. Good few times loosening up your hip flexors. So let's keep doing that. Lots of sofa slouching people would have been doing, I think. Tender lower backs maybe, so let's get ourselves back to where we were. Lovely, then find your middle position again, so not forward, not back. Tuck your buttocks under to find the middle of the two extremes, and then take a breath, expanding your ribs laterally. And as we exhale, brace your core in towards your spine and pinch your pelvic floor. So feel that muscle elevate, brace your core in, and feel that you're set up, ready for the session ahead, holding that position for the next hour. Lovely. So let's sway forward and back. Spread your toes as you sway forward. And feel the muscles brace. Good. And side to side, lengthening up. So already people start to stoop. So lengthen your spine up again towards the ceiling. Just clear your minds and then round in a circle. Brace your core, pinch your pelvic floor and round you go in the circle. Lovely, let's get you to go the other way. So, and round the other way. Fabulous. And then a big figure of 8. Bend your knees, swing your arms, and draw a figure of 8. That feels good. Definitely a little bit stiffer than I was at the end of December, but one session normally puts us back together again. Back to where we were when we left off. And twist gently side to side. Brace your core. Pinch your pelvic floor and twist. Fabulous. And then we're going to go straight into shoulder rolls. So really kind of taking back to basics with some of these moves this morning. So shoulders up to your ears and back. Keep the core braced in and then forward. So very simple mobility moves, totally essential. Good. And then brace your core, take both arms up and back and then let them drop. Exhale as you take your arms up and back. And then V, W. Brilliant. Bring the elbows back behind you. Remember, don't take them to your side, take them right back. If you see my mirror view, you can see the elbows going right back. And your pec deck. Standing tall, bracing your core, pinching your pelvic floor and feeling in control. Lovely. And twist your head side to side. And then ear to shoulder. And let's get squatting. So my classic warm-up today with lots and lots of squats. Sticking our buttocks out behind us, leaning forward, dropping the buttocks down towards the knees but never lower, and maybe a bit more as time goes on. Keep going. Keep on going. Lovely. Just like to see the messages coming up when I'm live. Keep on going. Keep squatting. Your Facebook's playing up here. I know it's all working though. Sugar. Lovely. Right, now let's lift one leg. Brace the core, lift the other. Down you go. Brace and lift. Fabulous. Down, brace your core and lift. Lift. Just like at the end of last term, for those of you that have been doing it, obviously, not for my newbies, welcome by the way, newcomers. What we're going to do is really exaggerate our moves. So instead of just going through the motions, lift the knee a bit higher, squat a bit lower. That's it, lift. Down, brace your core, lift. Good. Now let's take the leg out to the side and then a little sequence. Now lift, take the leg back into a lunge, then lift, take the leg forward. And again, out to the side. If your legs don't like the lunge, just keep squatting out to the side. With your lunge, make sure the back knee goes down. Lift, bend the knee, lift. I want you to feel a nice gentle ache all over the body tomorrow where you think, oh, I haven't done that for a while. Good. 2 more rounds. Lift, back, forward. Lift, 1 more. Out to the side. Forward. Now 10 flicks. Lengthen up, core braced in. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Wonderful. Other side. Out to the side. Lift. Lift and back. Doesn't matter which way round you go. So side. Let's go back first. Back. Maintaining the really tall posture as you do your lunge. Forward, lift, to the side, lift, back, forward, lift, side, lift, back. Fabulous, keep going, 2 more rounds. Lift, back, lift, forward. 1 more round. Forward, 10 flicks, lift that posture. From here, lift, open the chest. 10, wonderful, feeling warmer? Definitely am here. In fact, I'm going to turn that heater off, turn it off. Good. Haven't done a squat for so long, love it. You've obviously not been keeping it up over Christmas. We're not finished, let's do some curtsies. So curtsy is really good for working different parts of your muscle. So we're going to do one leg first. So curtsy, squat. Curtsy, squat. So to make these curtsies more effective, lean forward and squat down more. Bend your knees down more. That's it, down. Good. Focusing on one leg first. I love the curtsies. If your knees don't love it though, just do wide squats with like this. Go nice and wide, toes turned out. Good. And the other side. Ready to get down as low as you can. Squat, squat. That's it. So go down, down. The second part of your down will make you work the muscles much harder. Slow it down, then you're working your core as well. Can you feel that in your buttocks? Couple more. Down, down. Woo! Lovely. Now I'm going to go back to the other leg and we're going to go curtsy with a flick. Flick off to the side, using your balance when your heart rate returns back to normal. Right, ready? And flick. So curtsy, brace your core, flick. So a beautiful ballet posture as you come up. A Of course, any newbies, hold on to something if you're feeling wobbly doing this. I've got my new ballet bar, so there'll be more, once I've got my tax return done, there will be more bar moves coming up. Ooh, looking forward to learning more about that. Definitely my next project. Other side. Down we go. Might take you a couple to find your balance. Posture on the way up. Think ballet. Wonderful. I think that was a good warm-up. Reach up to the ceiling. Reach up to the ceiling. See if I can get this working. There we go. That's better. Oh, Eve. Phew, it's early. Yeah, so this is just for this week, this timetable. For those of you that are watching from my live classes group, this smaller timetable is just for this week, and then I'm starting the new term next week. Back to the 9:30 slot, Eve, don't worry. There'll probably be this one as well. Jane and I like this 8 o'clock slot. And I can see that others do as well. So it's nice to be able to offer more. Great. Saying that, unfortunately, next Monday I've got a funeral to go to, so I won't be doing 9:30. But I'll make up for it somehow. Lovely. Standing tall, brace your core, pinch your pelvic floor. And then for those that can, take it into your dancer pose. So not for anti-postnatal, this one, not for weaker backs, because it's putting pressure on your lower back. And then the other side. Nice and tall. Find your balance. Take it forward. Brilliant. Right, let's have a quick sip. And we're going to go down and do a sequence. So let's give the wrists a wiggle. Give the wrists a wiggle, wake them up. That's it. And then if you can just keep going with the wrists for a second while I show you the sequence. Anti-postnatal, listen out for the teaching points here, because some of it you won't be able to do. Right, we will do our usual roll down, pendulum arms and rotation. From there, and we won't be rushing that. I'll tell weaker backs what to do. Then we'll get into the dog stretch. And then from the dog stretch, we're going to slide forward into a plank. So anti-postnatal will be on their side plank for this instead. We're going to do 8 mountain climbers. So 8 of those. And then hands a bit wider and brace your core to lower down to the mat, whereby your chest, so if you watch me, brace the core, chest, pelvis, tummy, all go down at the same time. Absolutely not like this. Can you see? I'm not strong enough in that case to go down like that, so I'm going to put the knees down and lower. This is technical and this is hard, but if you get it right, you won't hurt your back. Then from here, hands by chest, tummy sucked in, and we're going to come back up again. So weaker backs will brace their core and push up onto their knees, And stronger people, and sometimes I'm strong, sometimes I'm not, we will go 3, 2, 1, and lift. Yeah, but as you lift, you mustn't let your pelvis stay low. From there, it will be another 10 mountain climbers, and then we will come up. So that sequence, unfortunately, is not really good for anti-postnatal. So you can either go down and do side plank and hold it for a long time, then come up when we do, or you can go on the wall and do press-ups instead. Right, are you ready? This is a strenuous one. Take your time and do it really well. All enjoying a roll down, and then pendulum arms. Weaker backs, just bend your knees and get straight into this position. So if you're feeling it in your lower back, just get straight into this position and enjoy a child's pose. Remember the rule with Pilates, no pain allowed in lower back. That's it, pendulum arms. Bending the knees to take off any stiffness and rotate side to side. Now walk your hands forward and push back on your arms. Push back, so weaker back so you can get into this position now. Push back and bend one knee, then the other. Never rushing this because these stretches are invaluable and feel amazing. So bending the elbows slightly, let your head drop, push back so you feel the stretch between your shoulder blades. Now we're going to slide the hands forward and into your plank or side plank or standing press-ups for anti-postnatal. Right, are we all here? We are going to brace the core and do 10 mountain climbers. Ready? 1, 2. Try not to let anything else move. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hands a bit wider, either on your knees or not, and lower down on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Did everything touch down at the same time? If it didn't, go onto your knees. Then we are going to come straight back up. Ready? So hands by chest, face down, tuck your toes under, and either go onto the knees or straight body. 3, 2, 1. I don't think that looked too bad. I was quite pleased with that. Now another 10 mountain climbers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. And push yourself back into the dog stretch. Dangle like a rag doll. Weaker backs, bend your knees and slowly stand up. And then the rest of us roll up. Nice and slowly. Ready for a little baby back bend. And then we'll go again. Take a breath. And as you exhale, roll down. Roll down. Pendulum arms. So weaker backs, get down into the child's pose position, bend the knees and get down safely, eliminating any pain that you might feel in your lower back. And rotate side to side. So if any of you are stiff like me, can you feel already that this is loosening us up? This second roll down feels great. Really good. Now walk your hands forward, push back into the dog stretch, and this time I'm going to turn my toes outwards and bend one knee, then the other. Still with soft elbows, still with softness to the elbows. Straighten up the feet, lengthen forward, ready for the 8 mountain climbers. It's 8, sorry, 10, what am I saying? Ready? 1, 2, so side plank, other side for anti-postnatal, or press ups on the wall. 7, 8, 9, 10. Widen the hands a little bit, brace your core, and on the count of 3, lower, going onto your knees if you think you should. 3. Lovely. Hands by chest. Face down. Tuck your toes under, and on the count of 3, on the third one, up you come. Ready? Brace your core. Pinch your pelvic floor. 1, 2, 3. Breathe. I really used my breath for that. Okay, another 10 mountain climbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brace your core in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Walk your hands back to your feet. Dangle like a rag doll. Either stand up, weaker backs, or roll up for another baby back bend. I'm ready to go down again. So we're just going down this time for a nice stretch. So a final dog stretch. Turn the toes in this time, or whichever position you love the most. It's good to do all 3 really. That's it, bend one knee, then the other. Straighten up, this time on your knees, and sit back into the child's pose, widening your knees, big toes together, and wiggle side to side. Just wiggle side to side, feel them stretching your lower back. Feel it there, lovely. Good. Then sitting back up. So we're now going to sit on our toes if you can. This is something I don't do often enough, but sit on the toes if you can. If you can't, tuck the toes under and sit on your heels. Sit on your toes, arms out to the side and twist. Exhale as you twist. Keep your arms back. That's it. If and when it becomes too uncomfortable on your toes, just tuck them back under again. Exhale as you twist. Morning, Mum. I've just seen you pop on. Hello. Right, brilliant. Tuck the toes back under and sit back again. So that was just a little stretch for the thoracic spine, ready for thread the needle. Now, I haven't got my band, it's just over there, but if any of you want to use your band, feel free, because I know you like to do that. So for thread the needle, let's go straight into the side version. I'll go back to the easier version in a second for people with weaker shoulders. But if you can, your foot is at the front corner of your mat, arm up, and you're going to inhale under, exhale up. Stronger hips, legs, bodies. You can take the leg up and do it. But if that doesn't work out, put the foot back down. And just if I go this way, make sure the back of your hand is touching the floor as you go under, so you get the maximum stretch for your shoulder blade. Yeah. Weaker shoulders, to carry on like that, weaker shoulders or weaker hips, people that don't want to go on the side like that, you're just going to stay on all fours and do the same exercise. And anti-postnatal, you're going to just go out to the side rather than a huge twist up. But everybody, inhale under, exhale up. I'm going to stay actually in this position. Feels good. Inhale under, exhale up. Inhale under, exhale up. Feel that twist in your spine. And don't rush to come up. Enjoy this stretch under it. Stay there if you want. Don't let the hips move. We're probably ready to swap sides, aren't we? If you haven't already. Inhale under. Make sure you're bending your supporting arm on the way under if you're on all fours. Inhale under. Exhale up. Lovely. 4 more. Inhale under. Exhale and brace your core all the way up. Lovely. Sit back again. Sit back. You cannot beat a child's pose. And sit back. Good. And then from there, we're going to do the classic Superman to keep your backs nice and strong. Very simple. If anybody's wrists are bad enough, you can go down here onto your forearms and you can easily do this exercise, look. So if you need to do that, please feel free. Otherwise, we're going to just do 10 on one side. You don't have to lift too high. But the main thing here is that as you lift, you don't let your back arch. So exhale up. Keep the legs straight, however, if it is bending in and out, don't worry. Head in line with spine, so you're not letting your head drop down. Exhale up. And then the other side. So for people with weaker backs or people that need to really keep their back strong, this is the one to do every day. Exhale up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Fabulous. Right, let's get you onto your backs. I'm going to actually just pop my socks on. I do find when I put my feet up into the air in this cold studio, I can really feel it. Right, lovely. Let's put the ball between the knees. If you haven't got a ball, get in touch. Let's get a ball sorted out. For 2021, you need your ball. Lovely. Feet hip width, but with feet slightly forward of under knees. Arms up to the ceiling. Inhale as you drop. Then brace your core, pinch your pelvic floor. Exhale to move across. This is our ab prep. This is what happens every time we lie on our back. It's very, very rare I don't do this. And you could, if you preferred, have your arms out onto the floor, out to the side. Arms up, wonderful. Anti-postnatal, just moving halfway over. We shouldn't be letting the shoulders lift, so we shouldn't let the arms move or the shoulders lift. Inhale down, brace your core and exhale across. Inhale down, brace, and exhale across. Pop the arms down and into shoulder bridge. So this is the second part of our ab prep, and I do love to break this down. So let's break it down. Just for those that are wondering, the full exercise is all the way up, and I like to break it down. So let's start in neutral with the pelvis nice and flat, little gap under your back. So in other words, not with your lower back on the mat. In neutral, and then from there tilt your lower back into the mat and return, squeezing the ball as you do it. Exhale and tilt and squeeze the ball as you do it. Tilt and squeeze. Now let's lift halfway up. If anyone starts lifting and you feel it in your lower back, just carry on and revert back to these tilts only. It may well be that you're not feeling as strong as you were before Christmas, so it might take a couple of sessions just to get back into it. Don't worry, you always will get back to it, and that's why Pilates is so amazing, isn't it? It just sorts us out. It really does, and sometimes you're just not as strong as you normally are, so just take it more gently. That's it, and I have to be honest, my back is not feeling as fluid as it normally would, and I know it will do by tomorrow. A couple of sessions, back in the zone, a few shoulder bridges. Right, so now I'm lifting all the way. So what I noticed then as I went up, that my shoulder blades were a little bit tense, so relax the shoulders, so that as you raise up towards them, you can feel that those shoulder blades are flat on the floor. And then roll and curl back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And back down. Great. Lovely. And adding the arms in if you're not already. So body up, arms overhead, body down, arms return. Exhale, body up, arms overhead, body down, arms return. Good. Arms overhead, body down, arms return. Then now let's lift the legs up and carry on with the hip rolls, knee rolls. Arms out to the side and carry on. So this time we're only all going halfway over. Inhale as you go over. And then brace your core to return. Now I've just added a squeeze of the ball. I was squeezing it. I was, but I know so many wouldn't be. So make sure you're adding a squeeze of the ball, so you're unconsciously working in the thighs, pelvic floor, getting more out of it, basically. So inhale over, brace your core, exhale across. Inhale over, brace your core, exhale across. Fabulous. So you feel a nice massage effect in your lower back as you roll over. And now let's hold it on the side we're heading towards. Of course, if your back is feeling weak, put the feet back down again. Sorry, I should have said that. Should have said that earlier. That is always the rule. If you've got two legs lifted and you feel it in your lower back, just put them down and carry on with the exercise. Now move across to the other side. Brace your core, hold it there. Brace in, hold it. 3, 2, 1, and return. Wonderful. Take the ball out and hug the knees. So we're going to do a couple of really good stretches here. And one I introduced at the end of last half term, for those that might have seen it and probably already know it, is the happy baby. So Zoe showed me this. She's a yogi. It's a yoga move. So let's just do what I normally do. Draw a circle, one hand on each knee, draw a circle. Now the happy baby is not the most elegant of positions to get in, so I'm glad I'm not got my buttocks facing the mirror. All those really sheer Christmas leggings on anymore. Happy to get to back to my usual leggings, I must admit. So draw a circle the other direction too, and then we're going to go into a happy baby. Yeah, so just imagine a baby grabbing their feet. So your elbows are on the inside of your leg, but your hand is on the outside of your foot. And sit back, and immediately it's a wonderful stretch for your hips. So you've got to aim, lengthen your spine. So aim your buttocks away from you. I mean, it's a pretty natural position anyway, you know, to get in. And then rock. Now, I'm not sure, can some of you not quite get hold of your feet? It might be the case. But just rock side to side. Just taking you back to your baby years. So we don't want the elbows on the outside of the knees, we want them on the inside. So you're naturally pushing the knees open. Oh, that's it. And rock. Now let go of one leg and just do one leg, happy baby. So can you feel that knee drops open even more now? Lower the other leg or bend the other leg, whichever feels right for you. Just let's hold that for a few seconds. And if you know, I love to be always working my hips. Always working hips. Especially during this pandemic when so many people are sitting on Zoom meetings and not working their hips enough, not moving about. Lovely, and then grab both again. Grab both again, just for a few seconds. Excellent. Let's get back onto the mat. And I'm going to get us to go up onto our, especially for cyclists, yeah, exactly. Oh my God, cycling, yeah. Cycling, bad tight hips, so that is brilliant, the happy baby. Right, so we're now getting you up onto your forearms, if that's comfortable. If it's not, lie down, anti-postnatal lie down, because it's a bit of a crunch. Yeah, so if this is not comfortable, lie down. But if you can, we're going to do some exercises in this position. If not, you do the same thing lying down. Chin is down towards chest, and I'm doing a single leg stretch for now. Weaker backs, put one leg down and do it. Beginners maybe as well. Exhale as you push your leg forward, and like I said, keep the chin down. We don't want you looking up like this because that's a strain in your neck. Yeah, the happy baby. I love it when I pick up new exercises. I'm sure that's familiar with lots of people, but it wasn't to me. So that will become one of my staples, I think. Exhale as you push your leg forward. Keep it all braced in. And 20, good. Then let's take one leg up. So weaker backs, beginners, you can do scissors with one leg. And stronger backs, more advanced, we can do 2 legs. Good. Wonderful, keep going. 10 more moves. 5, 6, 10. Fabulous. Just remembering weaker backs, you just put one leg down at such a point that you might be feeling it. Let's all lie down. Some of you can pop the ball under if you like. If you want to work in a different way or work harder, come off the ball and do cycling very slowly. And the other direction. And forward again. One leg down, weaker backs. Arms up if you feel balanced enough. And the other way. And hug your knees. Let's go back and repeat those exercises. So back onto the forearms if you can. Chin down, tummy sucked in, pinch your pelvic floor. Let's go. 20 of these. So 10 and 10 if you've got one leg down. Exhale with each move. Now straight legs or leg. 20 moves. Thirteen. 20, then lie down, possibly on the ball or not, for cycling. Arms up if you feel balanced, elbows down maybe, or full arm down if you're a little bit wobbly. And the other way. Take your leg low and push forward, big circles. Other way again, forward. And back. There. Great. Hug the knees. Cuddle them into your chest. Now the next exercise we're going to do today are the teaser. Teaser is quite an advanced move. So this is your teaser, cuddle, teaser, cuddle. If we're feeling it in backs, can you just revert and do this one instead? So roll back and sit tall. Roll back, sit tall. Yeah, so you've got 2 options here. Either roll backs, rolling like a ball and stopping before the feet hit the mat, or you can go into the teaser. You could add the roll actually, let's do that. Roll and teaser. So either roll and just stop, roll or teaser. So as you take your legs into the teaser position, you must brace your core. Pinch your pelvic floor. Brilliant. If we've got any stronger backs here today, we can take you over. Woo. Take yourself over into this position. Now weak necks, this is a no. And then you're going to roll back slowly, finishing here. So ideally, you're going to start here, roll over, and then return and finish here. If you can't roll over, you could do a full roll back and get into that position with a little bit of a help. So you can start from the sitting and roll over. If your back doesn't like it, let's get you to do some crunches instead. And anti-postnatal, instead of either of those, I would get you to carry on with some cycling because it's just the best exercise. So let's do a few more. I'll do 5 of those. So if you can, you're going to start here, brace your core, push back, and then very slowly return and stop. Ready, exhale, over you go. Brace your core and return. 3 more. 2 and 3. Keep going. 2 more. Brace your core, return slowly. Let your head lift, look like this if it wants to. Put the foot down and lift. So lifting, interesting, my back is not liking that today. Oopsie. So everybody else lift. See, I told you, not fully on form. So exhaling as you lift. If your back doesn't like it, let's do these ones. So if you can, do 20 lifts each side. If not, do 20 lifts or 40 lifts like this. 3, yeah, 4, much better. 5, see people with a lordosis, that sort of curve in the lower back, it can get me sometimes. 8, only temporarily. 10, brace your core, lift up. 12, and actually I'm going to put the ball there. 13, 14, 15, that's it. The ball helps actually, I'm squeezing it. 17, 18, 19, 20, 20 more. 1, keep swapping legs if you need to. 3, 4, exhale on the way up. 7, 8, brilliant for the backs of the legs and the buttocks. 10 more. 1, 2. This is too much lounging about, by the way. 5, it is out of my usual routine. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and roll down. It's wonderful lounging about, but it always gets me. Body doesn't like being lazy. Cuddle the knees. I'll wait a sec because I know some of you will take a bit longer to do that. Draw a circle round. So take your time, carry on and finish if you need to. And then we're going to finish off with some hip hitches. Oh yeah. So setting yourself up correctly on your side, making sure that your knees aren't too far forward, i.e. like this. We don't want them like that. Bring them back, lift up and down. We're going to do 20, 12, 13, 18, 19 and 20. Lovely. Other side. Shuffle back, get in position. Arm up. Make sure knees aren't too far forward. 16, 17, 19, 20. Lovely. Well done. And then I'm going to let you finish with the open door. Just going to grab my little cushions. Grab my little cushions. So grab a cushion, pillow, whatever you like to lie on, and enjoy the open door to finish the session. I'm going to put my top on because this is the exercise that we cool down nicely to. Great. Lovely. So with this, again, make sure you're set up properly so that feet, buttocks and shoulders are all in line and your head must be relaxed. Arm on, spread your fingers and eyes follow the hand. Anti-postnatal, just go halfway so that you're not getting a huge twist. And then return. So exhale, open. And return. Open. And then round overhead. And then round overhead first. And close the door. So round overhead, eyes are following the hand all the time. Great. Now the other side. Lengthen up. It's so easy to get huddled, isn't it? Like you're in bed. Lengthen up. Arm on arm. Open. Spread your fingers. Open the door. Exhale, open. Then round overhead. And then round overhead first. And close the door. Close, round overhead first. Closed. Yes, 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 well done. Sit back into the child's pose. Oh, I'll tell you what we haven't done. We haven't done our pigeon. So the other really good stretch. Sister, make sure you're doing it properly. So let's get you in position again. So you're bringing one leg forward, pop the foot in front of the other knee, open your knee out to the opposite side and lie down without falling over. So we realised when my sister did this with me that she was falling over. Sitting down on the floor the other side, we don't want that. Put your whole pelvis and your whole body weight folding over the middle of your pelvis. and then just gently wiggle side to side. If your knee doesn't like this, don't do it, by the way. So if for some reason your knee doesn't like it, you can either try straightening the leg up a bit, or just don't do it. And the number one thing about this stretch is don't do it when you're cold. Don't do any stretches when you're cold, but particularly these really deep ones. Then push up. Push back. Other leg. Across. Wiggle side to side. Push up. Push back, then tuck your toes under to finish the session. Walk your hands back to your feet. Weaker backs to stand up. Others roll up slowly. There we go. Lovely. It's a big stretch up. Bend your knees down and brace your core to come up. And there you go. Oh, lovely. Are you feeling back in the zone? I definitely am after that. That was wonderful. Thank you for being here. I'll have a good look at my messages and make some comments in a minute and go and wash my hair and look much better. But yeah, let's just focus 2021 on being flexible, strong, and happy. I think that's what I'm going to be focusing on. Flexible, strong, and happy, because I think whilst we're in this pandemic, they're the things that are suffering for most people. So flexible, strong, and happy. Anyway, catch you soon. I've just seen Ros's message. Vicky, alarm did not work. Goodness me, I'm lucky you having a big lie-in, Ros. Catch up later. Take care, everybody. Bye.